What's going on, people, and welcome to another episode of the SVR Podcast. Today, we are interviewing with another independent artist who is singer, rapper, songwriter, and he started his music back in 2019. Right, folks, without any further ado, I'm going to introduce to you for today's podcast. His name is REVIJXLY.
Yo.
Alright, July. So all I have to do with you is asking you 10 questions regarding about your music in general, life, etc. Anyways, man, are you ready?
Yeah, bro, I'm ready.
First question that I'm gonna ask you is, when did you start making music, and what was the reason?
Okay, so like I said, I started like late 2019, but I was making I was writing songs when I was little because my grandpa made me like a little notebook for writing songs, but I didn't actually pursue it till I think it was probably Juice World that inspired me because I was in like a depressed state, but now my reason is just only God. But yeah, it was late 2019 when I started.
Next question. That will be, which instrument would you like to experiment and why?
Well, I already been experimenting with guitar for a while, but I would really like to start playing piano. I'll probably just want to be able to play like ballads so that I can sing to, like for my music. That's the only really reason why, so I can make beats and stuff.
Right. Third question. What will be the meaning behind of your musical stage name?
Well, I've always had the July in my name. I think that's pretty known. It's with the Revi thing that I added. It was after I found God 11 months ago, right? And it's a Hebrew number of transformation, like how God changed me and changed my heart. But also the book of Revelation in the Bible. I've been tying it with that lately, so it's yeah, there's two meanings to that. And the July, I guess it's always just been a cool thing.
Next question. What inspires you to write these kind of songs they put out?
So I guess just my life in general at first. When I was writing under the name Since July, I was making secular music with not really a positive message. It was just depressing. And then I wanted the people to relate, I wanted to help people with their pain. But now my biggest inspiration is God. I do everything for him and my little sister, of course.
Fifth question, talking about outside of the music. In your life, what kind of thing you are mostly grateful for?
I want to say my brothers in Christ, my family. There's so much I'm grateful for. The fact that I found God, I guess most grateful for right now is just God's grace in general. The fact that I could wake up this morning and continue doing what I do, to me, that's a blessing. So I'm most grateful just to be alive.
Next question, that will be, is there a particular song that makes you emotional? If so, then which one is it and why?
But I love music so much. There's too many songs that make me emotional. I don't listen to much of the artists I used to listen to because like I said, I became Christian and I don't want to promote a bad message like they do anymore. But at the same time, every song can make me emotional. I can find the beauty in anything. I can't just name one. Probably just worship music, in general, that makes me emotional.
Moving on into the next one, that will be, what do you think was the hardest part in your music?
I mean, in general, probably experiencing creative blocks or writer's block to where you can't make something. But as of lately, well, not even lately, but when I first became Revi July, it was transitioning from secular music to Christian music. I did not know how to do that. I basically had to restart how I made music and start from scratch. it's more of like the soul I put into my music and the lyrics, like what I have to say. I can't swear anymore. I can't promote like drugs or anything like that. All the things I used to promote in my music, it was a bad message, and now I had to relearn to like align it with the Bible and everything. So that was really hard for me to do.
Moving on into the 8th question. The happiest memory that you can remember back in the day.
I mean, like I said, before I found God, I didn't really have a lot of happiness, but I'll say probably when I first started making music, like the feeling of being so excited just to make a song. Like you kind of lose that as you start making more and more songs. But it's like every day when I would get home from school, basically, I would run to my computer and be like, "Oh, I get to make a new song," and that feeling was great.
Next question. So, what are your plans for the upcoming months?
They're gonna have to wait and see, but for now, I'm focused on like school, getting into college. You know what I mean? But I'll say I'm working on a project. I'll give them that. I'm working on a project because I'm really taking my time with this one.
And the final question of the day before we're gonna end the podcast episode, that will be, what advice will you give to the newcomers musically?
I mean, the best advice is don't be afraid to take advice. If someone says you can improve on something, like don't get mad about it. Just go back and work and prove them wrong. Like don't listen to hate, but listen to advice. And like the biggest thing is consistency. You're not going to improve if you're not making songs every day. You got to make sure you're in there like making songs because like think about it. Someone told me this once. Even drug addicts can be consistent. So why can't you be consistent with your music or something you're passionate about? So that's just my biggest advice is consistency.
Alright, folks. Well, that was it. Revive July. Is there anything you want to say in the outro?
I just say God bless y'all and be safe out there. It's a crazy world. And thank you for having me, bro.
And I will see you guys in the next episode of the SVR Podcast. See you later and ciao.